Hello, I am Abdülsamet Aslan. I'm an engineering student and my department is Electrical and Electronics Engineering. Welcome to my video. I uploaded this video on YouTube because of my introduction to microelectromechanical system recent exam. And today I'm going to try to make a presentation and my topic is sensors in smart cars. So let's start. As we know, smart cars are getting more common day by day, and also with the developing technology, we can see more and more sensors in our daily lives. This is a good situation. Nice, that's nice. But do we know what sensor is? Actually, the question is, what is the sensor? A sensor is a device whose purpose is to detect uh, changes or events in its environment. Yes, and then provides a corresponding output. A sensor is a type of transducer. Sensors may provide various types of output, but typically use electrical or uh, optical signals. After the explaining sensors, yes, third page. Okay. So as we see in this picture, we can see so many different type of sensors like accelerometers and anti-theft sensors, systems, tire pressure sensors, and etc. All of these sensors help us in our daily life. Uh, but uh, before the sensors, I want to tell another thing because this thing is so important topic, as you understand now. MEMS sensors for the passenger safety systems. We are using the cars, but firstly, we should look at the safety systems in these cars when we get into our cars or before buy a cars. Detection of the possibility of a car accident for controlling the airbags makes up the widest use of microelectromechanical systems in the automotive industry. By the way, I'll call you MEMS. I'll call it as MEMS because microelectromechanical systems is so long and it makes me confused. Anyway, we said MEMS sensors in the automotive industry. We use widest use. The use of MEMS accelerometers for the airbag control chip mm, eliminates the need for the G switches as the acceleration sensors in the airbag chip. In fact, the G switches are expensive and their distribution in different places of the vehicle increases the costs and reduces the reliability. So, in this context, an accelerometer continuously measures the vehicular acceleration, and in case the acceleration exceeds uh, predetermined uh, threshold, then a microcontroller computes the acceleration integral. Acceleration integral, by the way, the lower surface of the curve. Uh, Acceleration integral to show whether a big chance has occurred in the car speed or not. If so, then the airbags act. Vehicle dynamic control. Now we are starting to learning uh, sensors in smart cars. Actually, vehicle dynamic control helps the driver to maintain the vehicle's stability when it starts to skid. If the vehicle dynamic control system works correctly, the driver doesn't even sense the presence of the system in the car. Before the development of MEMS accelerometers and gyroscopes and the vehicle dynamic control application in the usual passenger cars was impractical because the conventional accelerometers and gyroscopes added hundreds of dollars to the vehicle cost. This is enough for vehicle dynamic control. And the next page is rollover and skidding detection. This is a gyroscope sensor for rollover detection, as you see in this picture. Rollover and skidding detection. And this is another application of the MEMS sensors in the vehicle control systems is the rollover and skidding detection. Such a characteristic is now quickly and widely accepted by all of the car manufacturers as a modern standard, particularly for vans, pickups, and trucks and sport utility vehicles, which are more likely to roll over. And the next page is tire pressure sensors. If you remember, uh, we talk about in this picture uh, tire pressure. In it is in here tire pressure um, sensors. Actually, uh, we can mention about the tire pressure sensors where we are going to talk about the tire pressure sensors. Actually, according to a study at Indiana University in America in 1977, estimated that 260,000 vehicle crashes occurred each year in the United States because of underinflated tires. Out of total 18 million crashes for all reasons. Anyway, hence the United States Congress mandated tire pressure sensors on all new passenger vehicles and light trucks from September 2007. So this is the anti-theft systems. Actually, I have so many different picture for this title, but I don't want to use mm, picture for this because, as you see, this is the background is black for theft. Anyway, actually, anti-theft systems, generally speaking, the anti-theft systems are now in a continuous state of development. One of the most common ways of car theft is to pull it by the rope or chain. In order to deal with this sort of the car theft, many car manufacturers have applied the anti-theft systems mounted on the tilt detection systems. A three-axis accelerometer is used to measure the vehicle inclination in proportion to the earth. If the car theft is carried out using a rope, then the accelerometer measures the change in the inclination angle and the safety system of the car will be activated. Sorry, I'm using uh, my hands a lot, but sorry for this. Anyway, besides, these accelerometers can detect the wheel theft. The conventional sensors have a limited range of inclination measurements and are impractical in many situations. while the MEMS accelerometer sensors are ideal for this application. God bless us for theft. Yes, this is the one of the best popular systems, vehicle navigation systems. Actually, the vehicle navigation systems have rapidly become the standard characteristic in the modern luxurious cars. In actually not luxurious cars. In nowadays we have almost we mostly have the systems in our cars. Anyway, GPS plays a key role in the tracking system. Uh, However, it cannot provide solely all the information required by the system. In urban areas, mostly, there is a strong possibility of signal blocking by the elevated buildings or maybe long tunnels. In this case, after obtaining the initial direction by GPS, the navigation system makes use of a gyroscope for obtaining information about the forward path and a low G accelerometer for information about the position. So we talk about G accelerometer, and now electronic parking brake system. Yes, actually, this is the one of the hardest system from my point of view, because when I was trying to collect some information about this part, it was hard. Anyway, electronic parking brake systems. For example, when you activate the vehicle parking brake, you rarely pull it sufficiently regardless of the required brake pressure. Therefore, the parking brakes should be basically more than the design requirements. In new systems, electronic parking brake systems are activated by just pressing on a button, like in this picture. In these systems, by use of a low G range MEMS accelerometer, the acceleration and then the inclination of the vehicle are measured, so that the required amount amount of brake pressure is determined and implemented. Thanks to such a good feature of the new systems, the manufacturers can get rid of the hard work on making large and unsuitable systems. Now we are in, yes, BEP sensors. Sorry. You will understand what is BEP sensor now. I will explain. MEMS sensors for engine management. This is also important title, one of the important titles. Anyway, MEMS sensors used in the engine management are comprised of the pressure sensors, including a wide range of pressure, and air mass flow sensors. For example, this picture shows a barometric air pressure. Barometric air pressure sensor, BAP sensor. For example, like I said, this picture shows us a barometric air pressure sensor, which has widely been used in the recent system related to the engine in aiming for the adjustment of the fuel combustion process parameters with the varying atmospheric pressure. So we almost examined the sensors were used in smart cars, and all in all, I think, from my point of view, MEMS technology is one of the most important technologies in the world. In this presentation, we have learned that many of the previous sensors can be simply replaced by the more cost-effective, safer, and smaller MEMS sensors, and hundreds of millions MEMS sensors have been used in the cars. So that's all, and thanks, uh, thanks for listening. Take care of yourselves, and see you later.